Hey, my people. I just wanted to drop a video and say thanks again for the amazing response to my book and to my story, and it's been overwhelming and incredible. I love all you guys. Thanks for reading, thanks for sharing, thanks for reaching out to me, thanks for caring. I dropped the ebook this morning, so that link is live. If you just go to the link below the vid, it'll link you to the paperback and the ebook. They're on the same page. So I know a lot of you guys read on your Kindle or your tablet, and some of you, I guess, even on your phone. So that's live as of this morning. And I said I was going to do a little Q&A this week, and I think the two questions that stand out the most and that I've gotten the most on messages and just talking to you guys. I think first is kind of, why did you write the book? It was, I don't know, kind of risky, I guess, to put my whole story out there, but the simple answer is it was just in there and it just wanted to come out. When I sobered up in '93, I kind of knew there was a story that I wanted to tell, and I wanted to talk about this. And I, went to AA. I knew I was there to stop drinking, but I knew there was way more to unpack than just that. And I knew that there was a reason that I drank and drugged, and I thought there was at least some reason why I had done a lot of the crazy things I had done. You don't just wake up one morning and say, hey, I think I just want to be batshit crazy today. There's usually a story. There's usually something in there, something back there to investigate. And it looks like it's about to rain on me. So it was in there. I wanted to tell this story. There's a lot of guys that can't tell this story. This happens to a lot of us, depending on what website you look at. 1 in 6 is a pretty good number. But knowing how much guys love to talk about feelings and love to kind of talk about this stuff, it's probably more like 1 in 4, 1 in 5. So that's why I wrote the book, for the guys who can't talk about this, who won't talk about this, who don't feel comfortable talking about this, or those who are no longer with us because they couldn't talk about this. Question number 2, who was my abuser? And I've messaged a couple of you back. It's not important to this story. It's everybody and it's nobody. It's your brother, your uncle, your dad, your cousin, your neighbor, your pastor, your coach, your scout leader. It's all of those trusted people in your life. It could be any of them. It could be none of them. And you don't know and you won't know. And it's not like teaching your kids to not get in the spooky white van or take candy from strangers. Those things are kind of easy. Teaching kids, especially boys, how to talk about feelings and icky stuff and uncomfortable stuff is a whole nother matter. And that's, I think, probably goes along with why I wrote this book. We need to talk about it. We need to feel comfortable talking about it, not feel ashamed. It's going to be uncomfortable either way, but just being able to talk about it and not feel like there's going to be some stigma or that I'm weak or whatever, I think that's a starting place. So I was never, it was never a secret. I came out in '91, and I told the sheriff, I told people at work, I told my family, I told his family. It wasn't something I hid. I don't feel the need right now to say a name or anything, but with all the stuff going on in my hometown right now, it has been on my mind. Has been one of those things, if I have a regret, if I have any kind of thing in there from my story, I don't really know if anything ever happened to him. Don't know if he ever got counseling. Don't know if he ever even admitted anything. Back then, he blew it off to teenage curiosity. And if you read the book, I was 5 or 6 or 7. I don't really remember when it started. He was 10 years older than me, so that means, 17 or 18. That's not teenage curiosity. teen on teen, behind the barn, show me yours, I'll show you mine. That's teenage curiosity. What happened to me was not that. So right now it's not important. He's out there, he's on Facebook. I can look him up right now, and he's got a family, and yeah, that's been there for me. And maybe part of the reason I wrote the story, just all of the secret, all of the hiding, all of the feeling a certain way inside but not being able to kind of show that on the outside had to do with the secret of it all. So anyway, for right now, that's all you get on that. And I'm not coming out or trying to ruin someone's life or do anything like that. Hopefully I was the only one. The way my abuse happened, and after talking to someone who specializes in pedophiles and profiles and, you know, kind of what they do and how they do it, I have a suspicion that I probably was not the only one. So I don't really know what to do with that right now. I'm just sitting on it and just trying to be, and just trying to, this book was kind of cathartic for me. The story's been in there for a long time, but it healed a lot of deep places in me that I didn't really know needed touching, needed healing. And when I had to go back and kind of look at all this stuff under a microscope, when my content editor was asking me to go deep, I had to look at some things that I hadn't looked at. I had to feel some things I hadn't felt. So there's some raw stuff. There's some emotion there that I didn't know I was going to get in touch with. But for now, that's where I'm at with that. And I would just kind of ask that you guys just give me some space on that one. And I mean, I've had one or two people that just keep asking me that question and want to go after him and stuff. And I'm like, you know, that's, maybe the book will reach someone in his family, and they will remember and go, oh, okay, this was not teenage curiosity or whatever. So I'll talk more on that later, but for now I gotta go. And I just want to thank you guys all again. And it means so much to me to just hear that you guys care, and that maybe this story can reach someone else. And then you guys have your own stories that I'm hearing, and I hope I give at least an example that guys can talk about this, and maybe not even just to guys, but just to anyone that has dealt with something like this and you're carrying a secret around. It's like that secret is what killed me almost. The thing that happened to me was not some kind of violent thing. It was not a giant event. It was carrying that secret around and finding out later what it meant and what had happened to me. So anyway, I'll leave you with that, and I hope to post again later this week or next week, and I'll answer the next two questions in line. And comment below, ask more questions below, or email, or DM me. So big love to all of you guys.